Mrs. Morris, I've been able to arrange that time off for you. 2 days starting from tomorrow. Is that all right?
Yes, that's fine. Thank you. Hope it's not too inconvenient.
Oh, we'll manage. I must say I'm glad to see you put in an application for Deputy Governor.
Yes, I'm wondering whether I should withdraw it now.
Because of Bob? Mm-hmm. Or why don't you wait and see what happens? I must say, I think you have a good chance of getting the position.
Really?
Well, I'm certainly going to recommend you.
Well, thank you. Well, I'll have to talk things through with Bob over the next few days. Perhaps we can come to some sort of compromise.
Bye, Blitz. Bye, Amber.
Thank goodness that lot are gone.
Me again? Look, I got the distinct impression a few moments ago that I'd overstepped the mark.
Yes, you did a bit.
Well, I only asked you to have lunch with me. What's the harm in that?
Mr. Marnie.
Ian.
Mr. Marnie, I told you I was a married woman.
Well, I only asked you to go to lunch, not get a divorce.
I only had drinks with you to discuss business. It wasn't intended to encourage you to think that I would...
That you'd what?
Oh, it doesn't matter. Thanks for the invitation, but no thanks.
I know what's wrong.
What?
You are the type of girl who has a few oysters and a stout, and whammy, you turn into a raving sex maniac. You're frightened that you might not be able to resist me.
You're quite mad, you know that?
Well, not mad, but a lot of fun. Well, come on, how about it?
No.
All right, forget about the oysters and stout. How about biscuits and cheese and a small sherry?
Oh, darling, what are you doing here? This is Ian Marnie, my husband, Bob Morris. Mr. Marnie's teaching the women how to use the new printing press.
Nice to meet you.
Hi.
What are you doing here so early?
Well, I thought you might like to go to lunch.
I'd love to go to lunch, darling, but you'll just have to wait a minute. I've got a few things to deliver to Mrs. Davidson's office.
I'll wait for you outside in the car.
Right.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Barney.
Marnie. Oh, look, by the way, if you are going to Wentworth Arms, try the oysters. I believe they are wonderful.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Try not to be too long, darling.
I'm on my way.
Meg, Mrs. Morris. I'm sorry if I made it a bit awkward for you back there.
And so you should be. God knows what Bob thought was going on.
Well, I didn't understand. I thought your husband was supposed to be in Jakarta.
Look, it really wouldn't make any difference if he was or not. Wherever he is, he's still my husband. And I don't make a point of accepting dates with other men.
Why not?
Look, I know this may sound old-fashioned to you, but that's the way I am. I don't go out with other men. Now, someone always finds out. And what started out as an innocent, harmless outing gets turned into a minor scandal. Well, I don't need that.
Ah, new prisoners arriving at reception for induction. Excuse me.
Yeah, you see what I mean? You never know when someone's going to turn a corner and catch you in an awkward moment.
Well, fair enough. But you can't blame me for trying. You're a very attractive lady.
Thank you. I'm sorry if I gave you the wrong idea. Friends?
Friends.
Stand on that line, please.
Couple of new ones for you. Susan Driscoll and Mary Vaughan.
16. Oh, fancy sending a kid that age to a place like this.
Take a look at the charge sheet. She's escaped from all the juvenile remand centres. Now she's graduated.
Unfortunately. Sending us babies now.
Yeah, well, don't worry. After a while, she'll look like everyone else in here.
And what she learns in this place, there's no turning back. After today, she'll never be a kid again. All right, you two. Sorry to disturb you, Mrs. Davidson. These are the files of the 2 new prisoners.
Oh, anything out of the ordinary?
Yes, as a matter of fact, Susan Driscoll, 16-year-old. This will be her first time in a maximum security prison. As you can see, she has been in and out of institutions since she was 11.
More out than in by the look of this. It doesn't seem as though anyone could hold her for very long. Escaped on her 12th birthday and recaptured after 2 weeks. Escaped again after 7 months, picked up again 3 months later. Escaped after another 5 weeks and recaptured after 8 months. So it goes on. It looks like we might just have to tie her down.
Well, they were only children's institutions. The security isn't like it is here.
Yes, but she'll try it again. She sounds like a potential troublemaker.
Well, she doesn't look it. She's a really nice-looking kid. Reminds me a bit of my daughter.
Yes, well, it's hard to pick them. I think I'd better have a word with her and make sure she understands how things are run in here.
I thought you might, so I haven't sent her to the shower. She's waiting outside.
All right, show her in.
Right. Come on. Do you wait for her, Mrs. Ward? This is Mrs. Davidson.
Hello, Susan. I see from your record that you have been involved in quite a number of attempted escapes. Well, I must warn you that Wentworth is entirely different. Security is much tighter here, and I would advise you to put any ideas of escape right out of your head. Attempted escape is dealt with very severely here, and I would suggest that you just settle down and serve your sentence without causing any trouble. Do I make myself clear? All right, you can wait outside with Officer Ward. Mrs. Power will show you to your dormitory shortly. Well, she's not very talkative, but you're quite right. She's a pretty little thing.
Hate to think what being in here is going to do to her. Just have a look at that family background. Petty criminals for parents, farmed out to distant relatives since she was 9.
Yes, well, help her to settle in. Make sure she doesn't do anything stupid.
Okay.
So I thought I'd surprise you.
You certainly did. It's a nice surprise, though.
Who's that Carney fella?
Marnie. Ian Marnie. I told you, he works at the prison. He's teaching the women how to use the new printing press.
Has he been there long?
No, not long.
You two seem very friendly.
You're not jealous, are you?
Of course I'm not. Should I be?
Don't be silly. One man at a time's enough for me, thank you.
Oh, yeah, but I haven't been around much lately. Thought you might be a bit lonely.
Well, of course I get lonely. But it doesn't mean I'd pick up some fella the minute your back's turned. You don't think I would?
No, of course not, Meg. But, well, we've been apart so much lately, and it's not doing our relationship much good, is it?
It doesn't help.
Look, darling, the way things are in Jakarta, sooner or later we're going to have to come to a decision about our future. You know it, don't you?
Sit.
If you take my tip, you'll sit by yourself. It's the best company you'd get out of this lot. Cutlery, plates, get your food down there.
Well, looks like Wentworth's opened up a childcare centre.
Poor kid. I can just imagine how she's feeling at this moment.
I wonder what she's in for.
Probably nicking lollies from a slot machine.
Well, pick it up, Butterstump.
Never mind, look. Don't let that lot get to you. Bring a meal over to our table. You'll be okay with us.